Welcome to the Inspiration for an Empowered Life podcast, sponsored by the Image Designers. They will help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. Now, here's your host, the Image Master, Holly Porter.
Hi, I'm Holly. Welcome to Inspiration for an Empowered Life podcast. So this is our first episode, and I'm so happy that you are joining us. And I hope that if you listen to this later after we've recorded it, that you are excited about what we're doing and you'll join us for future series. And so we are sponsored by the Image Designers, which is one of my companies. And I just like to share a little bit about me. I won't be too long on this one. I just want to introduce what we're doing and what we're all about. So again, I'm Holly Porter, and I live in St. George, Utah. And I was raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, and moved at the ripe old age of 14, kicking and screaming, to a little town called New Harmony, Utah, population 198. Anyway, then I moved to Cedar City, and I've been back and forth between there and Las Vegas, but mostly Cedar City for over 30 years. That is where I was married and had children, got divorced, got married, and I have a husband now that is awesome, and his name's Scott Porter. And we have 8 children between us, and they are all adults, and now we have 8 grandchildren. But that's subject to change at any time because we have 8 children. So pretty exciting life, keeps us busy. I was raised with 8 brothers and sisters and have, a huge family with all of us when we get together. So that's a little bit about me. I've been an entrepreneur all of my life, probably born an entrepreneur. And I started my first job when I was 12. My dad taught us how to work. And I am grateful for that, And now I have different businesses that we run, but we've also had many that we don't have anymore. We've done a salon and spa for 17 years, and we've done a fundraising company. I've had a daycare. I've had a preschool. And I've had my real estate broker's license and done real estate for about 12 years. Now I just work by referral, and I love doing that. And in fact, I love doing every job I've ever had. And I think that's really important. My motto is, if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. So I've always got to enjoy what I'm doing. And there is a time and a place for everything, different times in our life when I had my preschool, I could have never done a daycare. But when I had my daycare, I would have never done a preschool. So it's just interesting how, there's a season for everything. And so now I take my gig, I guess, on the road, and I travel a lot to people. I work with Image. I work with business coaching and consulting. And I help a lot of people, get the confidence back, because it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody struggles at some time or another with their confidence and feeling at their best. And so I bring that back for people, and I help them feel their best. Okay, so a little bit more about this podcast. You will be excited to listen to what I have coming up for you. So we have a book coming out in June. And if you're listening to this before, then it's an announcement. And if you're listening to it after, then it's already available to you. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on the link I will list below in this, and you can get your hands on it. It's called the 40/40 Rules, Wisdom from 40 Women Over 40. And it's an awesome book with some awesome ladies, and you'll hear a lot of them being interviewed on this podcast because I offered that to all of them. So hopefully we can get all 40 in the first, 41 episodes will be, the other 40 anyway, will be the authors of this book. And so what they all did, just to share a little bit of information, they all answered questions about wisdom, and they just gave us, their thoughts and feelings on it. And it's a very diverse group of women. So that's what I'm most excited about because, I've got retired people anywhere from 40 to 74 years old, if I must tattle on a couple. And I dedicated the book to my mom, and she's always been an entrepreneur. My dad's been an entrepreneur, and that's not really what the book was entrepreneurship. It's really about wisdom. So you have people that have worked for others and had a job all their lives, and you have people that are coaches, and you have teachers. I mean, really, it's all over. And so the wisdom you'll get out of this is just going to be amazing. So what I wanted to do today was just read you the intro to the book and just give you a little flavor of what's coming. And so if I could just share that with you, that would be what I want to accomplish today. So again, it's called the 40-40 rules. I'd rather regret the things that I've done than regret the things I haven't done. That's by Lucille Ball. If I only knew then what I know now. Famous last words said about every female on the planet at one time or another. Most of us wish for things that we do not have, advice we should have listened to, and at times a do-over to a particular situation. Shoulda, coulda, and woulda are just words we use when we're making excuses for things not measuring up in our lives the ways that we had hoped they would. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one, said Dolly Parton. According to Entrepreneur Magazine in 2017, women own 10.6 million businesses in the United States. They employ 19.1 million workers. That's 1 in every 7 employees. Their businesses account for $2.5 trillion in sales. These numbers of success are awesome statistics. However, deep down, we all have the same challenges and struggles in all different levels. Even the smartest and the most successful women fall apart, fail, and feel inadequate at times. It's okay to be vulnerable, raw, and real. We are all human. Red blood flows through all of our veins. You will read about this and more in the upcoming pages. You can waste your time. You can waste your lives drawing lines, or you can live by your life by crossing them. Chandra Rhimes said that. The chances we don't take are sometimes the ones we find ourselves wishing they would reappear. In my over 30 years of business experience, working mostly with women, what I've come to know is how much our lack of confidence gets the best of us. Do you struggle from this as well? Read on. I know you will find answers to life questions that sometimes come up. How many situations have you been in where you feel like you failed miserably or you wished for a different outcome? Wouldn't it be awesome to have a crystal ball and see your future? Did you know that you can manifest anything? We don't have to be our own worst enemy. How about being a friend to ourselves for a change? What if we supported us like someone we loved? What would that look like? It is hard to start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Inside, you will find 40 women who support you with their wisdom. You see, I have been there with the self-doubt and sabotaging life stuff too. So have many, if not most, of the co-authors in this book. We've experienced the frustration and lack of confidence too. We get it, and we feel your pain. We have all walked in your shoes, felt alone at times, and struggled mentally, physically, and spiritually. Luckily, you have all this wisdom to draw from the co-authors' servant hearts. Let us hold your hand while they share their wisdom and stories in the pages to follow. We are wives, mothers, friends, healers, teachers, coaches, entrepreneurs, speakers, and rock stars at what we can share with you in your life journey. So your shoulda, couldas, and wouldas are minimized. Now you know what we wished we knew. You can never leave footprints that last if you're always walking on tiptoe. Take a stand for you. Listen to your inner voice and heart. It is special. It is always there. We just have the volume down too low. This book is for you. Yes, you. You be inspired to be enough. You are enough. Anyway, I hope that you can get your hands on a copy of it. I'm excited for it to come out and be able to let the readers read it. And I hope you join us also on this podcast often. And you just have a great day today. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for listening to the Inspiration for an Empowered Life podcast, sponsored by the Image Designers. They will help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. You can learn more about them at theimagedesigners.com or email Holly at hollyporter.com.